Battle for the Planet of the Apes is the final movie in the original Planet of the Apes series, and next week we'll be talking about the Tim Burton remake and the three movies in the newer trilogy in the after that one. So we got four more movies to go. Can you? I find it funny that when Disney announced that they're doing a fourth Planet of the Apes movie in the new trilogy, people were like, "Oh my god, they're gonna milk it, guys." There's nine of these fucking movies, and with that one being the 10th, it's already been milked, guys. Let's not even act like this franchise hasn't been milked to some degree. That doesn't mean they still can't be good, you know. I'm just saying that, like, there's a lot of this shit. There's a live action TV show, there's a cartoon, like, there's all kinds of Planet of the Apes stuff. There's books, you know, there's games. Like, this franchise has been milked. Battle for the Planet of the Apes is definitely the worst of the original Planet of the Apes movies, and probably the worst of the entire franchise. I know some people might say the Tim Burton remake. Maybe I'll agree when I rewatch that movie next week for my review next week, but like as it stands right now, I don't think that. I think that this movie is just not very good. Um, I think this movie definitely lost part of the last movie's charm by replacing one of the human characters that had a great relationship with Caesar. I'm forgetting his name, with his brother. Basically, the actor could not return, so then they just replaced him with his brother, and they don't really explain why his brother's there and not the other guy, and it's kind of weird. So that kind of loses a bit of the charm of the last movie, and it's just like a movie that called The Battle of the Planet of the Apes should not be as boring as it is. But this movie is very slow, very like drawn out. It's only an hour 26 movie, but it definitely feels a lot longer, which is kind of like crazy. And it's just not very good. It goes on way too long, and it's just not very good. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but in some ways, this movie definitely felt like the cheapest of the Planet of the Apes movies in a weird way. And I also find it weird that the way this movie starts with the ape story and like going over the whole monologue of this movie of the movies entering us into this battle is kind of weird. Also, they reuse like footage from the old movies to retell bits of the story, and it was like, what are we doing? I don't know. I just didn't like any of that. I just felt like this movie didn't really work for me, and it was easily the worst of the original Planet of the Apes movies. This is the one I revisit the least because it is just not very good.